The mother and grandfather of Jocelyn Nungari joined Sean Hannity last night. Jocelyn is the 13-year-old girl who was murdered, allegedly, by two migrants in Texas. Watch this.
She was going to make it. She was going to do things. And these men, these illegal men, took that opportunity from my daughter, from our family, of watching her become this amazing person. This has got to stop. We have to stop burying our kids.
These people, you don't wake up one day and decide that you're going to commit this horrific crime. We need a safer country.
Martha MacCallum joins us here in New York this morning. Martha, I think migrant crime, I repeat, migrant crime will be a very big issue in the face-off tomorrow night.
I think it will, and I think that if it's not brought up, it will be brought up by former President Trump time and time again. He has talked about exactly that phrase, migrant crime. We now have this list of young women. You have Laken Riley, you have Jocelyn Nungari, you have the 13-year-old girl in Queens who lost her life. You have Rachel Morin, the mother of five. So I would imagine that that is the way that the former president brings this back, because I'm sure that you're right, that the opening salvo from President Biden will be that these numbers are down 40%. But the obvious retort to that is, where have you been for the past 3.5 years? To which he will say, Republicans blocked me in Congress. But go back and remember what Mayorkas said. The Department of Homeland Security is making a big splash this afternoon in Tucson to announce these numbers. But he proudly said, on day one, we reversed so many Trump border policies that I can't even name them all for you here. And I would just add this. Why not implement the policies that they wanted while not reversing all the things that were working? I mean, that's just a logical approach to things when you take over something new, is to figure out what's working and not throw it out with the bathwater, and that's not what we've seen, so it's going to be interesting.
That's very true. Now, next one, Martha. I think there's an attack on the Supreme Court. Former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, she says she has no confidence in the Supremes. Roll tape.
No, I think they've gone rogue. It's most unfortunate. But it's unfortunate further to see what the other justice, what happened to the Chief Justice? Did he go weak or did he go rogue? I don't know.
Martha, is there a concerted effort to delegitimize by Democrats the Supreme Court?
Absolutely. I mean, there's hundreds of millions of dollars in private money that is going to keep this abortion issue front and center. And this is the ways that you see it manifest itself in these attacks on the court. It's so interesting to me because this same court that she's talking about just upheld mifepristone, which is the pill that is used in more than 60% of abortions in this country. The other number that I've been digging into, and what I've found so far, is that the number of abortions actually has not dropped since Dobbs. Right. So, you know, it is, people need to pay attention to what the actual numbers are. And I thought it was very telling. Kamala Harris went after, Pelosi said, you know, if they have a point of view about abortion, that's fine, that they're right, but they can't advocate for a point of view, the justices. But that's not what happened.
That's not what happened, no.
They decided that a long-held debate, that there was nothing in the Constitution that protected abortion, made sure that this was going to go back to the states. And we've seen how that has played out. And in a number of states, Ohio, Kansas, abortion rights have been upheld by the people who are closest to that decision, and that is what the Supreme Court wanted to have the environment be.
But the court's doing the right thing. It is judging issues by the constitutional. How do they stack up against the Constitution? They're doing the right thing. That's just my opinion. Martha, we'll be guaranteed to watch you every day, 3 p.m. Eastern, on the Fox News channel. No, it's not Fox, it's on Fox News. That's how you say it, isn't it?
Fox News every day. There we are, 3 o'clock this afternoon. We'll see you then, and lots of debate coverage tomorrow and tomorrow night, of course.
Gotta be a big deal. Martha, thanks very much indeed.
Thanks, Stuart.